Greetings, welcome back to the Too Fast Tactical channel. In today's video we're going to be doing a unboxing and review of another tactical flashlight. This one is made by Nitecore. This is their model MT10C. This particular flashlight takes either a single CR123 battery or a single IMR18350 battery. I'll talk about that in a little bit. This particular flashlight is available from Nitecore's website. It's also on sale right now for a wonderful price of $39.95. Of course, that price does not include a battery or a charger. The battery is extra. A IMR18350 battery would be $7.19 more. And if you wanted that same battery with the charger, that would be this charger. That price would be $17.40 on top of the $39.95. So before I get into talking about the specs, let's go ahead and open this up and take a look at the contents. Alright, let's go ahead and unbox this and take a look at what we get for our $39.95. This is pretty much a standard Nitecore POP packaging. Nice. It has a little bit of specs on it and some information about the flashlight on the back. And inside, inside we have our flashlight, which we'll talk about in a moment. This is the user guide, which has some specs and how to use the functions. You can also download a PDF version of this from the Nitecore website. This is your warranty card information and our spare parts. Some of it are spare parts. First up, we have a couple of O-rings. We have a thick one and a thin one. These are spares. There's two O-rings on this flashlight, so in case one of them gets damaged, you have a spare. You have a spare tail cap button cover. There's already one installed, so that one's a spare. And a nice Nitecore branded lanyard that has a cinch on it, so you can cinch this up to your wrist. And this would attach back here near the tail cap button, so if you're out walking the dog and something happens and you drop your flashlight, it doesn't crash into the ground. So pretty nice lanyard. Also included is a clip. Now the clip is not a two-way clip, so you have to figure out what orientation you plan on carrying your flashlight, and then you could clip it on in this single spot right there like so, or flip it over and clip it on like that. So pretty nice. Last on the list for the accessories is our ballistic nylon carry case, Nitecore branded. Has a ring on the top. This is plastic. You could attach a carbiner to this and attach it to your vest or your backpack. You could loop this through MOLLE probably, or attach this to your belt. And we'll just test fit this. It should fit because it's specifically for this flashlight. And of course a perfect fit. So this is a pretty nice little ballistic carry case. And last on the list of what you get for your initial purchase price, you open this up, you'll have this little tube adapter right here. And the tube adapter is so that you can use a CR123 battery in this flashlight. The options when you go to purchase this flashlight, like I mentioned, in the drop-down menu when you go to buy this, you can spend $7.19 and get an IMR18350, or you can get an IMR18350 battery and charger for $17.40. If you do opt to get that particular battery, you would not need this sleeve. This sleeve is only for use with the CR123 battery. Now, I don't have any 18350 batteries. I have CR123 rechargeable batteries, so that's what I'm going to be using in this flashlight. So I will be utilizing this. So let me get a battery and get this powered up, and we'll take a look at the functions. Okay, so I'm going to be using one of the Nitecore CR123 batteries, rechargeable lithium-ion batteries. This is a 650 milliamp battery, 3.7 volts, and this is their charger that they sell. Now this is a pretty cool charger. I'll just talk about this real quick here. You have an LCD readout here. I'm not going to plug this in, but you have a little charge bar over here, and you have a percentage that's displayed over in this area that says, you know, 1%, 2%, 3%, and so on. When it gets to 100%, your battery's fully charged. You can also see that this charger is designed to take multiple different sizes of batteries. This expands. So it's lithium ion only, so you can do the IMR 18350, the CR123 battery, you can do 18650, 18490, 17670, 17500, 16340, 14500, and 10440. So you have a wide variety of batteries that you could charge with this, so that's pretty cool. This ships with a USB cable, and the USB cable is wound around the base, and if we take it off the base, this flips up, and we unplug the cable. There's a jack right there that doesn't do anything except hold the cable in place. And on the end of the charger here, now this is kind of cool, you have a flip switch right here that allows you to flip between charging the battery. Well, I have it upside down. Charging the battery and USB. So right now it's in the battery mode. So if I plug this in and put in the battery, it's going to charge the battery. Now, if you have a, if you need to charge a cell phone, for example, you can flip this over to USB and use this to charge your cell phone, which is pretty cool. So you can basically use the battery here to charge your cell phone. So kind of a dual purpose charger. And it works pretty good. Now it doesn't ship with anything to plug this main cable into. So you either need to plug it into a computer, or if you have an iPhone, you can use your iPhone charger. It needs to be 5 volt, a minimum of 500 milliamp of a charger for this to work. And it works pretty good. So that's the charger you get, which I think is a really good buy. So let's move on and we'll talk about the flashlight. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this powered up. We're going to use our sleeve adapter for the CR123A, or the it's actually RCR123A because it's rechargeable. Okay, let's make sure we've got power. Okay, our tail cap switch here, it's a simple click on and off. You can do momentary power by just pressing part way in and holding and let go. You can see I'm not actually getting a clip. You can do momentary this way. If you press it in, get the click, it's on. Okay. Aside from the push button focus, aside from the push button tail cap, you have 2 buttons on the side here. You have a up and a down. These 2 buttons cover a lot of the different features of this flashlight, and we'll just get started with the basics. So if we turn the flashlight on and we use the right now this is in high mode or turbo mode. If we press the down button, we reduce the illumination all the way to off. Okay, so we put it all the way back to high. And if we turn the flashlight off, turn it back on, it comes back on high. So whichever power setting you have this set on, the flashlight will remember that. So each time you turn it on, you don't have to cycle through the buttons to get to the mode that you want. And that's, to me, that's a really good feature, because I only really use the high mode. So when I grab the flashlight, turn it on, it's in high mode, I turn it off. I don't normally mess around with all these different settings. So I guess I'm old school. I like the just basically have it on high all the time. So that works out real good for me. So that's the basic functionality. Before I move on, I want to talk a little bit about the illumination options. So I should make this clear right off the bat. So if you notice on the box, it says 920 lumens, and that is true. You can get 920 lumens out of this flashlight if you use the IMR 18350 lithium-ion battery. So that's something to remember. You can use the CR123A battery like I am, but the maximum output you're going to get is 480 lumens if you use the CR123. So that's something to keep in mind. All of the additional lumen output and the run times are available in the user guide, also available on their website. I'll just touch on that real quickly. I won't go over everything. If we were using an IMR 18350 lithium-ion battery, the turbo mode or the 920 lumen mode will run for 30 minutes. High is 500 lumens, runs for 45 minutes. The mid is 180 lumens, runs for 1 hour and 45 minutes, and then there's a whole bunch of more settings. If you're using a CR123 battery, a 3 volt, well, it says 3 volt, 1700 milliamp, and I'm obviously not even using that. I think that was a 650 milliamp battery. The turbo mode is 480 lumens, runs for 45 minutes. High mode is 280 lumens, runs for 1 hour and 30 minutes. And the mid is 135 lumens, runs for 3 hours. So those are just some of the caveat you need to keep in mind. If I were you and I was going to order one of these, I would get the 18350 battery. I think that's probably the better battery to run in this particular flashlight. Okay, so those are the brightness levels, and let's see. The other things we need to talk about is the other modes that are available on this flashlight. So we have a red light mode, and we have strobe, location, and SOS modes. And those are accessed via the two side button switches as well. And there also is a function to tell you the battery voltage by using those two side mounted buttons as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. Okay, let's go ahead and access the red light mode. There's two ways to do this. You can do it with the light on, you can do it with the light off. Let's start with the light on. So we'll turn the light on, and if we press and hold the down side button for 1 second, we get the red light mode. And this red light illumination mode it's less than a lumen. It's like 0.8 of a lumen. And to turn it off and go back to the flashlight, we press and hold the up side button for 1 second, and we get the light back on. Now, the other method for accessing the red light mode is if the light is switched off and we hold down the button and we press the light, we get the red light mode. So you've got two ways to access the red light mode on this flashlight. Alright, let's talk about the special modes here. To access our special modes, we're going to turn the light on, and we're going to press and hold both of the side buttons. And you can see that enters the strobe mode. If we press and hold them again, we have our location beacon. You can see it blinking. If we press and hold them again, and that is our SOS mode. And to exit out of that, we just press the up button, and that takes care of the special modes. And moving on, with the there is a way to tell you how much charge is left in the battery, and I believe with the light off, we press and hold both buttons. And that doesn't appear to be doing anything here. Oh, we got to press both side buttons and the tail cap switch. All right, there's, you see it's blinking. Okay. So that activates the blink mode that tells you the power left in your battery. So for example, when the battery voltage is at 4.2 volts, the red power indicator will blink 4 times, followed by a 1-second pause and another 2 blinks. Different voltages represent the corresponding remaining battery power levels. So that's how you can check how much charge is left in your particular battery. Your other option is to basically pull the battery out and stick it in the charger, and the charger will tell you how much charge is left on the battery. Now for total run times, now one of the things they don't mention in any of the literature here is total run time. So for example, on a full charge, I ran this for 6 hours. As the battery depletes, the illumination output goes down, and after about 6 hours it got to such a level that I didn't find the light very usable, but it was still running, and I believe there was about 10% battery left after 6 hours. So you get a long run time, and to do that, it basically reduces the illumination to extend the runtime of the flashlight, which is pretty cool. So far, after using this a bit, I really like this particular flashlight. You can see the size of it is definitely small. It's a good tactical flashlight. It's solid on your work surface, so it doesn't roll, and you've got a couple of different battery options for this. You've got a nice anodized finish on this. For other specifications, let me make sure I got everything covered here. It is waterproof, and I believe it has a IPX8 waterproof rating. So it's 2 meter waterproof and submersible, 1 meter impact resistant. The peak beam distance is 207 yards if you're interested in that, and the peak beam intensity is 9,000 CD. And if you don't have CR123A rechargeable batteries, you can run this with regular CR123 batteries. So keep that in mind. If you already have a stash of those, you can run those as well. So that's pretty much going to wrap up this tabletop review of the Nitecore MT10C flashlight. Nothing not to like about this at this point. I've been using this for a few days. It's pretty solid. I will, though, don't click away from the video yet, because I'm going to take this outside in the freezing snowy weather that we're having and give you an idea what the light output looks like. Just keep in mind that This is not the maximum light output because I'm not running the 18350 IMR battery. So we'll resume with when it becomes nighttime, and you can get an idea what the beam pattern looks like outside. Okay, it's a little snowy, a little cold outside, a little slick. But we've got the Nitecore flashlight out here. I'm going to see what kind of a light we can get. This is the high mode, very powerful. Bright white light, probably 5,000, 6,000 Kelvin light rating. All right, we're going to switch down from the high output mode, which is 400 something lumens with the CR123 battery. I'm going to switch it down. That's one step down. That's another step down. Still usable light at these lower levels. Not so much at this level. And that's virtually unusable. That's probably just a few lumens. And we'll kick it back up to the turbo mode. Anyway, that's going to conclude this review and test of the Nitecore flashlight.